shattered into pieces, and I'm so in love, ain't no secret. I'm stuck on you. Yeah, like my favorite song. Baby, I'm stuck on you. And with you is right where I belong. I'm stuck on you. And I can't get you out of my head. I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. Sweeter than a dozen roses.
Hey. Happy Sunday, everyone. So glad you were able to join us this Sunday afternoon. Well, I'm sorry, Sunday evening now.
Oh yeah.
We have two of my brothers here. Well, one of them is my brother, and the other one is just somebody that I know from side the road, off the street.
Damn, you ain't had to do Keithan like that, man.
Hey, I assumed she was talking about you, bro. I thought she was talking about you. Hey.
We got Keithan, and we have Uncle Goat, aka Curtis Blow.
The match is told on the top.
They coming to hang out with Real Talks with Shay tonight. We're just having an open conversation. We've seen some things flowing down our timelines on social media, so we just gonna get right into it. But before we do, because Uncle Goat has to have his little Black History time, so let's go ahead and let him have it, Lord.
Man, I'm gonna keep it real simple, because whenever Unc is on the porch or anywhere, Real Talk with Shay, wherever, is Black History. So I'm gonna keep it simple. Over 100,000 people escaped to the north for the Underground Railroad. I'm just go ahead and keep it simple. Shout out to Harriet and everybody that helped her.
All day.
And shout out to the one she left behind, because we know she had to leave something behind.
Oh yeah,
they weren't cooperating. They were scared.
Like for real.
Operating. So we can't take everybody. We got to take the willing.
So you know what I'm saying.
They say she carried a gun with her, and the gun wasn't just for the people on the other side. You act wrong on this side, right? We'll leave you.
Come on.
Yeah. So shout out to Miss Tubman and her Underground Railroad. It wasn't necessarily a train, because I know some people out there will be like, you know what, Dad? She was on the train. She got 100,000 people on the train. No, dummy. But do your research on it. So we good. Shout out to Harriet for orchestrating that escape.
And thank you so much, Uncle Goat, for our Black History moment. Keithan, what's going on? How's your Sunday?
Everything's good, man. I'm sitting here, I'm always cooking something for the family. So got something in the oven. I said, hey man, every time we do one of these, I'm cooking something.
Okay.
So
what you got?
What you cooking?
Just a little pork chop, I'm country, so some field peas, stuff like that,
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Feel like it's like he made some hamburger help or something. Like,
hey man, look,
that my speed.
I'm too grown for that. That's I ain't got time for nothing, so I'll cook some meal. But I done got to the point now. I don't be like my dad said. I don't like to eat that mess.
Okay. Don't burn hot dogs.
That's it.
Hey man, speaking of hot dogs, I seen this video of this damn lady with her hands, and they look just like grilled hot dogs, man.
Oh Lord. You got to send that one to me, bro. You got to send it to me.
I will. I'm sitting up here like, you know what, ketchup, mustard, light bread, and she ready to go, man. I'm like, them things look a little grillish,
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I know that was just so like.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. You all been on the timelines last week or whatever, and we know what we saw. So basically, in a nutshell, the question was asked: hey, if I have a kid, and it could be a baby mother or baby father, right? Mother or father of children, is what we like to say. And if that parent had another kid living in another household, and the parent needed assistance or whatever with a bill, what would you do? Who runs it? Because I know in hindsight, we like to think that, or we can kind of see where the exes kind of run the show sometimes.
Mm.
So, and we don't necessarily have to be in those situations, but we know that they happen. So it's a conversation piece. So we're gonna get right into it. Fellas. So Keith, and I'm gonna start with you. What do you have to say about this?
So I got a lot of thoughts about that. I'm kind of all over the place. I think I'm on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to that, because one, if my child is in that house and it's something that's essential, like lights, water, something like that, then the thing is, if I don't, then now my child is living in the dark, doesn't have any water, might get put out, those type of things. But I also feel like my obligation is to my child, and if they're in a situation to where lights about to get cut out, just send them over there with me until you figure your stuff out.
Gotcha.
Because obviously we didn't work, and while I'm not going to penalize my child, I'm not going to bankroll you either.
Mm.
So, like I say, a little bit across the spectrum when it comes to that there. So, but I do believe it has to be some boundaries in place, because what your old dude at? What he at? Why you calling me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
It-
man, hey, I'm with you, bro. Unc ain't paying jack. I ain't paying jack. You know, I look at it like this: if you feel that, you know, you running into a tight and you ask me for money, look here, send him, her, them over here.
Yeah.
Lights stay on over here.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And if you don't want to do that, you're selfish.
Mm.
So
Exactly.
do you really want the money to pay the bill?
Mm-hmm.
Or is my child well-being your priority? If it
Right.
is, you would have no problem sending them to me.
Or are you using the child as leverage? Because you know I love my child and I don't want him in a situation. So,
Right.
Right.
That has been done.
oh yeah.
So, fellas, I have a different perspective. Of course, I was a single mom, so I really didn't. In my situation, I really didn't get a lot of support. So I just handled my business, because if I were to ask, I wasn't gonna get any support anyway. So it's all good. I'm not mad about anything. However, I have been in relationship with men with children. I absolutely adore kids. Kids mean the world to me, no matter who they belong to, right? If they have a need, we gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never gonna be a time where the child has a need or even a want, and we're not gonna make that happen. But y'all came in the front door, I'm gonna come in the back door. I'm gonna come in the back door. So I've experienced situations where, yes, there was supposedly a need, and now it's a consistent thing, where something's always going on. There's always a phone call. There's always a need. There was one time where one of the kids' mothers called and needed some furniture moved. Uh,
So was it some furniture moving after that call?
Yeah, yeah, you can. I ain't gonna say it.
and there was always a consistent can you do now. Trust me, I don't have any issues, and of course if you raise a brow you're going to automatically be accused of being insecure, but it's
Mm,
like this is a consistent thing. And the number one thing that I was always hearing, it is seemingly from both relationships where I had that happen: oh, he got kids here. So they were using that. In my
leverage.
and in my observation, you were using that to get him over there, and
Mm.
he was gone.
Oh no, no.
So,
Nah, bro.
You
needless to say,
did you
I
nip
was
that?
a single lady.
No.
There was another situation where, I was dating a guy with children, and one of the mothers um needed a washer and dryer delivered from Lowe's.
What?
Lowe's don't have delivery?
I believe they do.
And you want me to be all right with it. That was my
Yeah.
whole thing. Like, you want me to be all right with all this going on. Like, there has to be some type of something going on there where look look we know what's going on. These people know that you have a significant other, and they just want to see if they can get you over there. Oh, but you got kids here, so you gotta come, or you can't see your kids no more. And I think that's where this back and forth thing even comes from. You know, you got kids here, so you're obligated to help me in this household where your kids live.
I'm not going for that. like, nah, at all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, call Aunt the mean guy, but I'm definitely not going for that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like one, is that man paying child support?
Mm-hmm.
So now, people, you got some guys out there, yeah, I pay child support, but I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do for my kids if they need it. No. Once you take it there, don't ask me for nothing. Well, I take that back. You can, but you're not gonna get nothing. Not from me. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
I look at this. I look at that situation, and thankfully, I've never been in it, but I know a bunch of my friends that have been in it, and I look at it almost like a situation. To use an analogy, if I go out to a restaurant, if you allow me to give you a tip, you're probably gonna get more. But if you take it, you're gonna get exactly what's taken. I don't care what it is, and
Yeah.
that's it. And so the way I look at it in that same situation is, if the courts awarded you X amount of dollars, then do what you got to do with that. Don't be calling me saying he needs some cleats, she need this, she need that. They can come stay here.
Right.
And again, I'm not the type of dude, and I know that this may not be the topic, but I'm the type of dude that believe I can take care of my children without any help. So I'm not getting the kids for leverage so that if they come over here, now you got to pay me. No, that ain't how I roll.
Right.
But you ain't gonna take the money and then come in with extra addeds. No.
No, different ball game. If you're not on child support or anything, and you need something, hey, I'm not gonna hesitate to make that happen for you within reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just can't be like, hey, my rent is $1,300. I need to pay it. No. We're not doing that. But like whatever that child need, I got it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But once you put me on child support, and more than likely, women, not to be bashing women, but women are bitter and mad because they can't get the wee no more, and or dude got a new or dude done got a new girl or whatnot, and now you mad. And so you want to put him on child support and expect to hold that child over his head.
Right.
No.
We finna go to court. And
That's it.
I'm not the first joker to pay child support. They do child support cases every day.
Oh yeah.
So and I am a victim of child support fraud. That's what I call it, because I took care of my child. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. She felt some kind of way, so we roll with that, and hey, I paid
myself, and I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you done with your statement?
Yeah. I paid, and it is what it is. Once I got past the, hey, I ain't the only one paying, and it is what it is. It's like giving money to the church. It's like paying your tithes. You know what? I give it for this reason.
Right.
Now, if whatever you do with it, it's on you. Now, the church lights go out. Look at, man. I know.
I paid.
I know. I gave you at least a light bill.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why they off?
So I actually see it. I actually see it both ways. Because myself and a lot of other women were in a situation where the guy took out the father took out child support on themselves, and it ended up being X amount or whatever, and it couldn't even touch the tip of what was needed for the child. But most of us, we just took that and just did whatever until it wasn't even paid no more, and we still didn't even push the issue then. But sometimes the child support doesn't reach the need. And if are you happen to see where, okay, she's doing everything that she needs to do for my child or whatever, my child is not going lacking or anything, would you still have a problem with helping?
No. Like I said, if the child support is a dumb amount, like $30 for the whole month. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It take more than $30 to take care of your child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if he's not putting himself on child support, and I get their reason for guys going down and putting themselves on child support, but if he's not putting himself on child support and he's always been there from day one, and you're mad, that's the issue I have. If you mad and you decide that, you know what, I'm gonna make his life miserable. So, I'm gonna keep his child away
Right.
from him. I'm gonna attack his pockets, so
Mm-hmm.
to say. But if the female is doing everything she's supposed to be doing, and she go above and beyond, and y'all are good co-parenting,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I have no problem with helping within reason.
Of course.
Right.
You know,
Of course.
I
but
was Go ahead. Mhm.
but it's like I said, it gotta be within reason, and
Mhm.
you gotta be. My child shouldn't lack for nothing.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Go ahead, Keithan.
So intent is a big thing for
Ooh.
me, right? It depends on what your intent was, right? Like you said, if it's, hey, look, we just can't make it anymore as a couple, but we have this child that we need to take care of, and whether you took it out or I took it out, or whatever the case, as long as we're both operating in our new roles
Yes.
as co-parents and everything is fine. If you need a little something from here to there, my child is there. I'm fine with it. But if there's any malicious intent there, right? If it is at all, then that's when the game changes. Like the scenario that you just kind of brought forth, if I was the one who wouldn't have took child support out on myself, and I knew that it wasn't enough to help you make ends meet in that case, then I'm a little bit more open to occasionally helping extra when I can. But it can't be one of those things to where I'm obligated to do so, right? Because the obligation is through the courts. And if the courts say X amount, it's X amount. But I have seen weird situations. I have a friend who uh, split with her husband, and he had a issue that wouldn't allow him to work.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the income that he was on, a fixed income that he was getting, it was determined that he really couldn't contribute
Ah.
in that situation. So I've seen it happen a lot of different ways, but the way that you see it most often,
Mm-hmm.
and like Kurt said, I don't want to put women all in one bucket, right? But the way that you see it most often is, oh, I'm running them pockets. We ain't together. No, I'm running them pockets,
I'm
and at that point, all bets off for me.
I'm running the
right.
show. I'm running your
Yeah,
relationship. It's that's what I see. And I would never bash women, but I also tell the truth.
right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I also, men use that, men and women alike. They use this child support as a weapon for failed relationships.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
and I really do have a big problem with that. That's not what that's for. Coming from someone who didn't receive a lot of financial support or physical support, I think it's disgusting that a lot of men, but I mostly see women, use that as a weapon because the man has moved on, or they can't get what they want, or whatever. And again, it's a weapon, against the relationship or whatever, a weapon against the failed relationship. I think it's disgusting because at this point, you're not even concerned about your baby
Right.
or babies. You're not concerned about that baby. You didn't get what you want, so now you're gonna throw a tantrum through child support. That's not what that's for. That we.
Right.
I wish I could have got more than $40 a week.
Oh wow.
Hey.
And you getting 420, 580 plus a month, and you tripping because the man got a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, let that hurt go, Seth.
I mean, you ain't necessarily got to let the hurt go. You just, I mean, you really do.
Man. Yeah, let that hurt go.
Necessarily have to let the hurt go. You just need to be able to separate between the two. If it takes you time to let the hurt go, okay, cool. I get it. I understand. However, my main priority is my child.
Right.
I get, I really get it because I am amazing. You know what I mean? So like, I understand that, you know, she was feeling some type of way, but you know, don't go to the man on me when you know I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like I don't know, man. It's like you really get mad, and the first line of defense is child support.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
Well, I'll tell you why. A lot of times, it's because you got people in your ear, right? When you got those friends who never liked them in the first place, or people who are projecting, they're taking the issue they got with their baby daddy out in your situation, and girl, you better go and get that, and this, and you can get
Man
more.
got a
You can
good
do.
job.
There we go. Right. So it's that type of situation. I've seen many of people listen to the peanut gallery and mess their situation all the way up.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I got a bunch of friends, man, and just listening to their stories, I thank God I ain't never had to go through that. But like I did have a friend who had worked in his benefit. Like had a daughter, and they didn't work out, and he was paying for daycare. He was putting money on the thing for lunch. He was buying shoes and clothes. He was shooting her money. Like he was doing all of this stuff. But she listened to the peanut gallery. And while he showed me the ledger, you know, he's an alpha, you know, so we write off stuff, everything down. But he showed me the ledger, like, look, man, this is how much I do for her every month. And I was like, okay. He's like, but just got this letter for child support. I say, look, man, if she want to take it there or whatever, then you just make sure you do what you need to do. Went to court, and while on average, he was doing about $800-900 a month out of his pocket.
Right.
They said $650. So since you got to deal with it, you
gotta live with that. Yeah.
You initiated this. You did this. As my uncle say, you got these white folks involved.
Yeah.
Right.
So okay. So now and then again, I told him you gotta do what you gotta do. But like I told y'all earlier, if you take it, you get what you get.
Right.
They tell you kids in kindergarten, you get what you get and don't pitch a fit.
Right.
So you did this.
That's it. That's what you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit.
You don't pitch a fit.
I
So
feel bad for guys. I've watched involved fathers. Like, not just involved for show now. We got these ones that's involved for show. And on the back end, your baby mama asks you for $5 and you're doing a flip.
Right.
But I'm talking about involved emotionally with their kids, involved physically with their kids. And it almost seems like sometimes it works against those. And the ones who really don't want to do anything and have to be forced, they get the better end of the stick. And I just don't understand that.
Like I say, intent. It's intent. Because
it's so ugly.
I say this all the time. I say, okay, a lot of times, and again, I'm speaking from the point of view of a man, right? So again, steer me back right, Shay, if I need to be. But you know, a lot of times because women are the custodial parents in most of these situations there, and if it didn't end the way they wanted it to end, they tend to use that child as a weapon against the husband because they got custodial. You can see the courts say you see him here and you do that and yada yada. But the analogy I always use is this: when you use that child as a weapon against that man, say a switch, right? You use that child as a switch to beat that man with and to punish him. But if you, all of us from the country, so we know what a switch is, and we also know what a switch looks like after the beating is done.
Yeah.
So take a look at that broken, tattered switch. That's your child. So now your child is growing up with all kind of daddy issues, abandonment issues, relationship issues, because you needed to punish that man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on you.
In a lot of time, the punishment don't last long for the man. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, once he go
Figure
through what he gonna go through, and he gonna be like, okay, this what it is, this how she is. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And once he figured that part out and let it go, oh
Right.
man, it ain't nothing you can do then.
Right. And then they even matter
Yep.
at that point in time.
Yeah.
I think I just have a real big issue with this whole topic because it doesn't even focus on the kids. When we talked about the broken homes, we just mentioned that. It's not even focused on the kids. It's focused on who run it.
That's it. Who got the power?
Who has the power? Who running the show? And why
Yeah.
it's more important for who runs it over the betterment of that child. We already got a broken family.
Yeah.
Whether we were married or not, broken family.
That's it.
Right? Yeah. So we need to figure out, a very colorful way to make this happen to where this child is not affected in our split.
Right.
Why aren't we focusing more on that than this bull crap on who running the show?
Yeah. A lot of dudes just
I'ma get you.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of dudes just take off running to that baby mama just to avoid child support. Because if they're not already on, she gonna holler, "Oh, I'm gonna go down to child support office." Now he trying to avoid. Hey, bro, just go ahead and let her take her ass down now.
Yep.
Like, gonna get it over. You not fit to pull and tug on me like that just to get me to try to do something with you or whatnot. And then at the same time, you're not respecting my new relationship. Like, I'm not going for that. So you gonna call me within a reasonable hour, and if you need something, you need something. Don't call me. I don't want to talk to you.
That's it.
It ain't no chit chat. You know what I'm saying? This is strictly about the child. When I hear from you, start it out with him or her name.
Right.
You know what I mean? And go from there. Cause hey, I was just checking. No, don't check on me.
But it's up to you. You just mentioned something. You say you're not respecting my new relationship, right? And I get that. But if they're not going to respect him, the new relationship, it's up to you, right, to make sure that they do. Because let me tell you how that works. If it's me and you, Shay, if we together, and my baby mama or the mother of my child, as you would like to say, if the mother of my child calls and says, "Hey, such and such is going on. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I need you to come over here. I need you to pick him up from school and drop him off at my house." You know what I'm gonna do? Okay, Shay, get up. We finna go over to such and such house. Because what I'm not gonna do, to me, it's about removing all doubt, right?
Right.
Because I don't want to come back, get up and go take care of my child because that's my duty. But come back to the house to a problem now that I can't even go to sleep because Shay looking at me crazy. No, if she looking at me crazy, it's because I woke up at 3. Both of us tired. But other than that, you was there right with me.
Right.
I didn't do all of that. Another thing I'm going to do is loop you in on everything to the point of nauseum. Hey, I got a call from such and such today. She said, well, what you want to do? No, that's why I'm calling you. What we going to do?
Yeah, right.
Don't blame your woman. Don't blame your significant other when they have questions like, okay, this is happening a bit much. Don't accuse your significant other of being jealous or being insecure because they have these questions. It's 3 in the morning. What we want? What you want with us at this point?
Right. You got to be able to flip that table. You got to be able to turn it around and say, okay, this is my situation that I'm in. The mother of my child is calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. What if it was the father of her child calling her at 3 o'clock in the morning? How would I feel in that situation? And for a lot of people aren't able to do that. And I won't even say that I would probably be able to do that successfully all the time, but you got to have the presence of mind to say, man, how would this impact me if it's Tyrone calling over here?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He want her to stop by the house.
Right.
Junior want to see you. Stop by the house. At
Yep.
3, bro? No.
I mean, Tyrone got an issue.
That's it.
Been involved in, relationships. I call it ready-made families. You know what I'm saying? I'm involved with this. And you already, if you choose to be in this relationship, yes, it is a package deal. But you got to make sure that you understand what package this is coming with, people. Yes, it's a package deal, but what is coming along with that package? Because sometimes the package deal that you're thinking about don't include that baby. Sometimes the package that you're thinking about don't include that baby father.
Right.
But that baby father and that baby mama coming right along with that package that you had in your mind.
That's it.
That's not it. That's
it.
Furthest from what you thought that you were getting yourself into. Also, just to push this even further, make sure that your folks on the same page with you also. Make sure that your mama and your daddy and your sister and your brother understand where you are in your relationship with your kids' mothers and fathers, and where you are in your relationship. You got to make them respect your relationship too. So the baby mama can't be calling the mom, the grandma, saying, hey, I need such and such to do this. Because guess what grandma gonna do? Grandma gonna get on the horn about her grandbabies.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, my grandbaby need A, B, and C. I need for you to get over there and do that. And so when the baby father be like, well, I got my, I can do it, or we can do it, then the family gonna be looking at the current woman or the current man. Oh, she's stopping you from taking care of your responsibilities. That's the furthest from the truth. Right. But there has to be some type of respect. There has to be some type of a boundary or something at a certain point in time to include everybody. So just people out here in internet land, don't be afraid to have the hard conversations.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to have those hard conversations. Look, this makes me feel uncomfortable. If that person starts tripping on you and blaming you, that's not your person. Number one, they still got a foot in the door over there. They got more than a foot in the door over there. They moving more than furniture, and they want to continue to do it.
That's it.
In no regards to you. Move around, sis. Move around, bro.
So what did you do in that situation that when it went down with you?
Well, I tried to be understanding, and I think we talked about this in an earlier show. I think it was all three of us. I tried to be understanding to it all until it started to make me look like a fool. Come on, Shayla. It looked like a duck? It's quacking like a duck real loud.
It's a damn duck.
It's a damn duck.
Baby.
Affleck.
It's Affleck, baby. Come on, sugar. Because one thing, like I mentioned before, one thing I never wanted myself, my significant other, the children, the baby mamas, the family, or anything. I never wanted anybody to think that I would ever keep anybody away from their kids. Goodness, no. Because you definitely ain't keeping me from mine, right? Nothing is gonna stand in the way of me and my son. You can go.
Right.
But even in that, I made sure that there were boundaries between that situation with my son's father and his son, whether he was present or not. Anytime he decided he wanted to pop back, it's rules and regulations over here, bro. Because I respected my situation enough not to let my past situation ruin my current. So Yeah, I flipped out a few times
Mm-hmm.
because and a lot of times we're flipping out. I know this is going beyond what this actual topic is, but a lot of times people, men and women alike, we're flipping out because we're not being heard. We're flipping out because we're not being listened to be understood. No, you may not understand, but if you just listen to me and you try to see another perspective, you'll understand why I feel the way that I feel.
Right.
And a lot of times you don't want to listen to the way I feel, and you because you don't want to own your part in the reason why I feel the way that I feel.
Mm.
And you don't want to make any changes, but you want to keep me. No changes, can't keep me. Period.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm nipping that in the bud off the muscle. The very first call.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not going down this road.
Mhm.
I have no problem with walking away. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? As amazing as you may be, I
Right.
have no problem walking away because
I
some stuff I'm not just gonna tolerate.
I think a lot of times we have trouble walking away for a few reasons. But conversations I've had within myself in a couple of my circles is you don't want to feel like you gave up too quick, and you don't want to feel like you failed. And I think that's a big thing when you actually um care about that person, and then you care how you look in that situation too. Like nobody wants to uh give up fast. This is the person that I love. I kind of I see a future with this person, so I thought I don't want to give up fast. Let me just give them the benefit of the doubt. This was my thinking in the past. Today there is no benefit, there ain't even no doubt.
You're
It
right.
is what it is. Whatever I see, that's what it is. I'm not going to read it again.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Not going for
Bruh, hey, you know what? The first time Buddy called 2-3 o'clock in the morning,
uh-huh.
one, the child is here with us. So why are you calling?
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Well, he was
I
there.
get it. So I'm a now I'm a sit back and see what you gonna do type person before I jump in and say
Mm,
what I got to say.
mm,
And we're gonna have one nice little conversation
mm-hmm,
and we're gonna go from there. If it
mm-hmm.
happen again, you know what? Hey man, hey, maybe this ain't for us.
Right.
Look,
And I can live with that.
it boils down to, again, y'all know I love my quotes, but when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe it.
That's it. If you show me that you are the type of woman that's gonna keep allowing these situations with your ex to pop up and to derail what we got going on here, if there's no respect,
Ooh.
and you try to pawn it off on, well, that's my child. I
Yep.
would never ask you to choose between me and your child because you don't want to ask me to do that because you ain't gonna like the answer.
Right.
Right.
But what I will say is don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining
Woo.
because you
Right.
going over there to see old boy.
Yep.
Damn rain kind of hot too.
That's it. Kind of ammonia
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
Your rain stink.
yo. And that's the thing, man. I think you said something a little earlier that kind of made me think about it. Like a lot of people don't have what you just talked about, Kurt. When you say, look, I can just walk away. Like if it gets to that point, I can care about the person, but I care about me more, right?
Yep.
Like you got to get to a point to where you choose you in a situation. Because a lot of times if we're continuously giving, but nobody's replenishing us, we empty ourselves at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And I know I had to, and I'll be completely transparent. I was engaged for like 2 weeks last year.
The
And
real runaway bride.
Look, I saw that post, man. I saw the post, and then later on, I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I ain't heard her talk about that no more.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, shit, you know, I ain't no planning, cause you know how women get, and I know this joker here, so she gonna go
Oh
above
yeah.
and beyond. So you know,
No.
all right, we figuring out dates and everything, and getting this, and yeah, I ain't see none of that. I'm like, so I
She
like,
was
oh
like,
man,
I
she just
said
playing.
yes, and then it was like, what had happened was,
I said
See what had happened was it was the college boy. Yeah.
and I mean it really wasn't necessarily the guy, but it was really what the guy had going on. Um I just had to take a deep I mean, those were, you know, I'm just in a nutshell, the baby mamas weren't in check.
oh,
I wasn't gonna go through another bit of struggling in a
and
relationship.
then
Emotion.
that was plural too. You said mamas.
Mamas.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And you know, the older Shay is very selfish, and I love that for me.
Mm.
I love that for
So,
me. And I didn't want the accusation of, oh, you don't like my kids, or I gotta be there for my kids and you just don't have to understand. And if you don't understand, then I didn't want to deal with the blame game on Shayla. You know what I'm saying? I just want to deal with my own situation and allow those people to deal with their own situations, how they see fit. Because I didn't want to be accused of being the person that wanted to run the relationship or run people kids, or didn't want the kids to see their father. And I just, there's just not enough space in my mind. There's not enough space in my mental to deal with that at all.
so
Mm-mm.
how you 2 weeks though? Like did you say yes? And then you was like, you know what? Let me peel this back right quick.
Yeah, of course I did. That's my
So
life.
so how was that conversation when
Um,
you like, you know what? Hey man, get this back. I ain't trying to do that with you.
uh,
And follow up to that is, was it a reluctant yes? Because I know you well enough to know that you saw some of this before,
Mm.
and go.
not put me on the spot on my show.
Hey, this real talk. We
That's
talking
it.
real over
You say
here, you
real
know.
talk with Shay. This real.
Right,
On my own show.
right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back because like did he ask in private or was it like in a group setting? Because I know some people in a group setting, I don't want to embarrass him in front of the group. So I'm just gonna say yes.
He asked in private, which was a red flag for me. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Damn. Oh yeah, I gotta hear this.
I'm
Mm,
gonna tell you why that was a red flag for me. Because he knows how big I am on family.
right.
Right.
And he knows that that is something that I would have wanted my mom to see.
Mm. For you go further. I know your father passed, and so he
It's-
can't get the permission from father. Did
But
he
did
have a
he ask your
conversation,
son?
or did he have a conversation with moms? Because you know them are the two most important people in your life.
Let me finish.
I got you.
Mm.
My
Knowing,
bad. My bad. Trying to get to the end.
trying to hurry it up, Curtis Blow.
The magic toe. Yeah.
um that was part of it was like a mashup between, now Lord, you know I've been praying for a husband, Lord, thank you, is this it? And
No.
I took my picture of my ring by my books that I keep next to my nightstand, because I know what I had been asking God for, right? But God also know who's in my heart too, and who are the, like Kurt said, who are the most important people. So my kid is on deployment at this time. And my mom wasn't asked prior to.
No, don't.
This was all, and it made me feel, not to put him on blast or anything, but it made me feel like, okay, this is all about you. This really don't have nothing to do with me. This is really all about you and your benefit. And later on, I started to get anxiety attacks. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just nervous. But I know how I was, in the previous relationship. Things would attack my anxiety, butterflies. And I'm like, oh, it's just this. And boom, I got slapped in the face with stuff when I tried to just not overthink, and which I should have been thinking, right? So I wasn't about to let that happen again. And of course, this was someone I had dated 7 years ago. So I kind of know the background, of their stories or whatever. Again, great guy. But there are just some things that need to be solidified in those relationships with those kids' mothers before you ever get an I do or hey, how you doing from me, because my time can't be wasted. No.
Was that your first proposal?
It wasn't my first proposal.
Damn, so you just out here just shooting everybody down.
Did nobody?
Well, listen. I will go as far as to say this is, and again, I don't know this brother, so I don't want to bash him. That's not what I'm trying to do. But the devil answer prayers too. The difference is it's temporal, it's temporary, as opposed to a long thing.
Right.
So that just doesn't mean he was a bad guy. It just means he wasn't the right guy for you at that moment, right? And so you have to know that going in, those type of things. My father-in-law, God rest his soul, when we talked about getting married, he basically asked, what's the worst thing about my daughter? And so I was like, okay, it's a weird question, but why? He said, let me tell you why. He said, because if you don't know the worst thing about her, you don't know if it's something that you can put up with. And if you don't know that answer, you ain't ready to get married. So of course I came off with an answer real quick. I'm like, yeah. And what I was saying, I brought up that example to say, I know you well enough to know that you are a very cerebral person, you think. And I know you saw stuff going in, right? But what was it that made you say yes, like Kurt? Was it the time clock? Was it, okay, I've been asking for this? You know how women, that time clock, women like, I ain't getting no younger. I ain't,
It was the Lord, you heard me. No, I'm not getting any younger. Maybe he got it this time. And I had just 3 months prior to, let me see, August, 4 months prior to, I had just broken up with the guy for the last time. And I said a prayer to release him from my heart and in my spirit, and I was like, Lord, did you really hear my prayer? Is this it? And like that whole week and a half, I just started to get sick. I started to get really sick. And I couldn't go on with the yes.
that's the body's natural response to protect your body's like, I'm gonna protect you if you don't know how to protect yourself in this moment.
Right.
And another thing, the man didn't even ask me to be his girlfriend again. We weren't even dating.
So he just went straight to.
we weren't in a relationship. We were just dating, getting to know each other. It wasn't thought out. It was more impulsive, and I felt that I can't do that. This my whole life. And I didn't feel like I would have been protected. So to my internet babies, listen to your auntie. If that man is not making you feel protected in the beginning, he's not gonna protect you during, and definitely not gonna do it in the end. I didn't feel like I would have been protected from any baby mama,
Mm.
any situation that would arise, because the situation was definitely going to arise. Let's be clear.
Mm.
Mm-mm. One of the biggest things for me is you not just saying you're going to protect me, you really got to make sure that you can protect me so I don't have to feel so macho. One thing I am praying for in this season is for me to be soft and for me to just relax in my femininity and not have to use so much of my masculinity. And if you can't bring that, you got to go. And you can call me whatever you want.
Right.
And when I bring up the situation to you and I bring up my concerns and you come at me with backlash, you got to go permanently.
Well, I applaud you
Um,
for seeing it before it got too far, because some people are all the way down the aisle a couple years into it and they knew from the beginning. So
Yeah.
I applaud you in doing that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people get married for attention.
Come,
They
Yeah.
want that spotlight on them. It's
man.
all about me now.
Do you?
Knowing they're not gonna be happy, but you know what? Hopefully by that time we
That's
get
it.
to that point, we good.
We
But
good.
right now we're not.
You
When I
are.
said yes, we're not.
You knew you saw.
Right.
You knew you saw them baby mamas from the beginning, but you just thought that you were the chosen one. So you finna show them. Oh, I'm
Mm.
gonna show these baby mamas that I'm the one. Okay, okay. You go on down that aisle if you want to, but Miss King ain't going.
Right.
Not with those situations. No. No, 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 no. We can't do that.
So what was his response when you like, hey dog, I ain't gonna be able to make it?
I did not say it like
Oh.
that.
And be like, man, that little thing we got planned out, shit, man, I ain't gonna be
And
there.
before you say anything, this response gonna tell me a lot about him. And I don't even know old dude,
Well,
but it's gonna tell me a lot about him.
I'm not going to give all the responses, but initially it was a disappointed response. And then it started to be an attack.
Oh, and there it is.
There you go. There you go. You dodged the bullet.
Right. Oh
You
yeah.
dodged the whole bullet.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I don't have anything against this gentleman. I still think he's an awesome person. But it's gonna take someone really patient and special to really come into his life and be okay with all that he has going on. And because I'm at a different, when we dated before, our kids were younger, our older kids were younger. Um so it made sense. But now that my whole life dynamic has changed, I have a grown kid, so I'm pretty much free, and I'm free in a lot of things. I can't see that for myself. I can't see myself dealing with that because I don't have to deal with it. I don't really have to deal with that kind of responsibility right now in my life, and I work very hard to get to this space.
Listen, I'm at a. It took me into my late 40s to get to a point to where I'm finally in a season to where I'm choosing me. Now that doesn't mean that I'm disregarding other people,
Yeah.
but for the vast majority of my life, I've been that person in the room that wanted to make sure everybody else was good, and a lot of times to my own detriment. And
Yes.
one thing I can tell you is that choosing you to the people that you've always put over you, it seems like selfishness to
Yeah.
them and rejection because now they're not the center of attention.
Right.
But when I tell you I'm so excited about this new season of my life to
Yes.
where now I choose me.
Yes.
I do. And that's the first priority.
And it was scary at first.
Oh yeah.
Are like, oh my God, they're gonna call me selfish. Oh my God, they're gonna call me a narcissist. Oh my God, I've been called a narcissist. I've been one of them said, oh, you just be putting on for Facebook. Okay, well, I ain't putting you, so okay.
It's good.
Um,
Look, it's something
Shayla
my
come
mama.
with fans.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me all the time. She used to say, "When you pray, ask God to give you the gift of no." To give you the gift of no. And I prayed for that for a while, but you got to be ready to receive it. And now I'm finally at a point in my life to where I can receive it. I can tell people no and move right on. It don't mean nothing crazy. It's just that I've set boundaries for myself, something that works best for me.
yes.
I don't know how much time I got left on this earth. Hopefully it's a long, long time. I don't want this to be a famous podcast to where they say, he said it. No.
He said it. He dipped out on us.
But no, sir. As we say in the church, I rebuke that.
Right.
But no, my point is the time that I have left, I want to make it full of joy. And it starts with making sure that I'm taken care of first. If I'm taken care of, I can take care of all those people that I love.
Right.
Absolutely. I wanted, man, you said that so beautifully, by the way. That is the season that I'm in. Because I'm a lover just by nature. I've been like that since I was a little girl. And it was sometimes to my detriment because I started to love other people over me. And that's not how that goes. That's not how that's supposed to go. You can't be holistically selfish, but you have to pour into your own cup. You can't thirst yourself or you're gonna die. You will literally die mentally, spiritually, and eventually physically if you continue to let those two things beat you down. So it's been a journey. But my no's definitely mean no. And you can feel how you want to feel. Your family can feel how they want to feel about me. You can put labels on me or whatever, but I just don't even care anymore. Like my 40, when I turned 40, it was just like a switch or something. I sleep very well at night, knowing that the heart that I have, the heart that I've always had for people. No, I'm not perfect. No, my responses haven't always been right. But one thing you can always say is Shayla always looked out for me. Shayla always showed me love. And if you really want to be honest with yourself, you played yourself right out of my life with your mess. I'm not dealing with nobody else's mess. I didn't make the mess. I'm not gonna clean it up.
I always been a no guy.
We know.
Ever since I know him.
Like both of y'all had to talk me off the edge sometime. I'd be like, nope, I don't care. I don't care. Nope. But I ain't going for it. I'm stubborn.
I actually, yes, God, you are. But I actually admire that about you, Kurt. I admire that about you. When Kurt say something, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck changing that. I like my peace. Like, regardless of who it is, if it's relationship, friends, family, I don't care, man.
Yep.
At the end of the day, actually, I bring value to your life. You don't bring value to mine.
Boom.
And they know it. That's why they mad.
I fell into. Nothing has changed about me other than the boundaries, right? I love seeing people happy. I love seeing people in love. I love seeing people get what they want and what they desire. And it just does something to my spirit. But I can't love that more for them than I do for me. And I was doing way too much of that and getting holes poked in my cup. But all of a sudden, you know the cup missing now, but you poking holes in the cup.
Like we say in the country, you don't miss that water till the well run dry.
This well is
runs
dry.
That's it.
Not dry, dry.
It's straight dry.
Grind. Well, you got to be deep in the country. Grind, Queenie,
Queenie.
and Grank. Hey, let me get a Grank.
And Cribma Cree.
Cribble Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, about time to put up that Cribble Creek too. Right?
Exactly.
How soon is too soon? Because I got a Christmas tree. How soon is too soon to put up a Christmas tree? I've never been the type to put up a Christmas tree. I just be like, I got a brand new one in the box. I tried to get my nieces in June when they stayed with me. I was like, hey, y'all want to? Matter of fact, this was last June. I said, y'all want to put this tree up? They were like, Mom, Kurt, you tripping, man. We ain't finna put no tree up in June. And I was all set for it. So now when December come, they were like, well, yo, what's up with that tree? I was like, man, I'm good with that tree.
I got a cousin who actually starts with Halloween. And they decorate the tree like Halloween. And then the next month, it's the fall colors for Thanksgiving. Then it's Christmas. And then even after Christmas, you got the New Year's decorations. And they stop with February with the decorations for Valentine's Day. So their tree is up for like 5-6 months.
Yeah, that's
I
too
think
much.
that's a great idea.
That's too damn much for all.
Oh, that's way too much for me. Like I do it now just to build memories with my kids. Every year I take the same picture with them standing in front of the tree, and you can just see the progression over the years. And so I do it for that. Since I got kids, I'm kind of sentimental, so I do stuff like that.
Right.
But I do it that way. But
yeah, great memories, babies.
Yeah, I mean, do you tell them it's a Santa Claus?
Oh hell no, bro! Like,
okay.
Sorry for all y'all people out there that do that, but in the words of my dad, I work way too hard for you to think some jolly white man brought you all these gifts.
Yeah.
No,
I be damn if you love him more than you love me, and I'm the one that bought all this stuff.
Right. You see that iPad? Daddy bought that.
Yeah.
Mama bought that. Didn't no.
Yeah,
right.
You seen doggone Rudolph and all them movies. Ain't no damn iPad with no wood blocks and
but you know
hammers
what though?
and stuff.
My daughter is just like me. She's super logical, right? She thinks stuff through. She's real cerebral. And so she said to me when she was about 4, she was like, we were sitting there watching the Rudolph and all that stuff. She was like, so how does he travel around the world all in one night?
Mari.
I was like, the Christmas magic.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, nah,
Don't
bro.
lie to me.
And so when she got a little older, like 5 or 6, she was like, so in some, does he start on the different time zones? Because in some places it's whatever, and like it's tomorrow over here. I was like, hey, by the way, it ain't no Santa Claus. Okay. I was like, but don't go to school and tell them kids. I don't feel like talking to no teacher.
Oh no. I encourage you to go tell it.
You can tell, right? Mari, you can tell because he was like, Mom. He used to have a little bit of Mickey Mouse voice, Kurt.
Yeah.
Mom.
How you sound now?
Mom.
Autobots out.
Right. Calling my baby Optimus Prime.
Optimus
Prime, yeah, man.
But you're like, Mom, Santa gonna run out of gas. It just ain't enough gas to go around.
He had like Santa and a deuce of a quarter, right?
Yeah, deuce of a quarter, boy. These gas prices like $4 a gallon. I don't think he gonna make it.
So I tried to give him the Christmas magic. Well, Mom, there's not enough magic to go around the world. It was so cute. It was so cute. I was like, let's go ahead and tell the truth.
What about the people that don't have chimneys? Like, how they get in?
That's it.
Yeah.
Nope.
But rolling back to this thing, again, it just all boils down to boundaries, communication, and grown folks being in relationships.
Yes, sir.
If you feel like you want to, go back and forth between the mother of your kids and the father of your kids or whatever you want to go back and forth with that. Don't be in relationship. It's just period point blank.
Mm. I agree. I always say that, and this may sound arrogant, but when we're not together anymore, you lost the privilege of
Me.
having access to me. You just did. And after that, it's all business. It's about the children. It's about the children. And like Kurt said, if you don't start with Sydney or KJ, yada yada yada, then we ain't really got much to talk about. We just don't. Because obviously we don't work, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
And the same goes with, if I accepted your ready-made family and you made me feel like I wasn't a part of it, I'm gone. And I'm gone to stay too, though. Because that was already, that was something special for me to deal with. You know what I mean? To be willing. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with even me going out on a limb saying, hey, do you need this? Hey, can I help you out with that? With the kids. A kid is a kid. They didn't ask to be here. And they don't need to be, even going through that kind of stuff. So to keep everybody, peaceful or whatever, okay, just let me do it. I'm not with that anymore. You need to be able to have some type of really and truly, I'll be very honest. I don't want to date anyone with kids. Maybe God will change my mind, but I don't want to date anybody. No. I don't want to date anyone with kids under 12.
What's the difference?
Well, the kids are a little bit older. At that time, I'm between 12 and 16, honestly. That whole baby mama, baby daddy, mooching, hunching phase most likely is over by that time. However, I know there are set exceptions to the rule, right? But most of the times it's like that, and a lot of times you can't find men without children at all out here. So what do you do?
I think the older that we get, then you have to be open to children, right? Because the older we are, you're likely to have some kids, but then you have to come in with the ranges, like you said. Oh, you can have kids, but they got to be whatever. Like, I ain't going to buy no diapers for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing that. So
Right.
I get it.
Pull-ups either.
Oh no, no.
But hey,
either.
Hey, what if, me, I'm a what if guy. What if your person just so happened to have somebody under that 12-year-old range?
Well, you know what? And I'm gonna continue to tell you the same thing. God is what God does. God gonna work that thing to where I'm still gonna be protected.
Good.
Right.
I hope the dude he send you is under 6 feet too. Cause we know well they don't know, but Shayla is hell bent on somebody 6'2" or better. You know what I mean? So
I am not that anymore. I bumped it down a little bit.
no. What's a little bit? 5'5"?
It's
If he
I ain't the smartest man, but I detected a hell no just then.
but hey, what if he's 5'5"?
But he treats you like you want to be treated.
Treat you like you want to be treated.
Now y'all pictures gonna look awkward because you're gonna be taller than him.
Your pictures like Perry Fair. A lot of stuff y'all just gonna have to walk around. A lot of stuff he can't get on. There's a lot of stuff out there for the kids that he can't get on.
It's a lot of stuff he don't meet the height requirement to get on.
I'm just saying.
I was just thinking that. But I like this family friendly show. But okay,
you gotta be a certain height to ride.
But still though.
Oh, still
So
no.
so so
Still no.
6'2" and trash, or 6'2" and treat you like, or 5'5" and
5'5".
treat you like a queen.
Single.
Because look, you look at it
Okay.
like this. Look at it like this. He can, let's say he's 6'2". He's everything you want. Let's say he get in an accident. You hell bent on Buddy 6'2". He get in an accident, have to, wheelchair bound. He's not sick. Well, technically he's 6'2" because his license gonna say 6'2". But
But
that
that chair
joke is
say he
that Chelsea,
4.5.
yeah. He 4.5. You know what I mean? Do you leave him?
No.
So what's the difference? I just want to know the difference.
There's a difference. And I can't explain the difference, but there's a difference. Someone 5'5" just can't offer me the protection that I'm looking for.
How you
I'm
He
know?
might be a bad 5'5" though. He
Might be
might be
bad
bad.
5'5". Bruce Lee. How tall was Bruce Lee? Like 5 foot something?
I don't know.
5'4".
Yep.
I believe 5'4".
Bruce a bad boy.
I probably missed the mark.
So Kurt, we gonna be the two jokers in the back of the church when you walking down the aisle with this sharp part guy like.
Nah.
But I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest. Like, I'm 5'7.5", and I'm a thick girl. No, it's certain things that I can't do. And
You want him to be able to pick you up.
Brr.
Yeah.
So fellas out there, if you're not
they ain't no hook me
6,
up dating show.
I'm just saying. I
You better
just
buy
don't
some
wanna, I
lifts in
just
your shoes,
don't
bro.
wanna wait. They do got those. I seen
They
those.
got them lifts. I seen them. I
How did
seen them.
this come here? How did
I'm
this
I don't know.
come here?
I'm just saying. So fellas, if you're not at least 6'2", bro, don't even waste your
It's
time.
6 foot now. I'm
Oh,
6
okay,
foot.
okay.
better.
Bro, if you're not 6 foot, don't even waste your time. Now let me ask you this.
What's wrong with having a preference?
Ain't nothing
Nothing.
wrong with having a preference. I got a preference. You got to be born a woman. That's my main preference.
For work purposes, I'm going to say I understand your preference and I respect it.
Thank you. You know, for work purposes.
I'm just saying. That's my preference. And ain't nobody gonna change that one. But
So what's
6,
wrong with what if your dream woman is a man?
see, there you go. See, you said dream woman. So that
Is
cancels the man part out. He ain't no man.
what
Yeah.
if your dream woman is a man?
Guess what? I am totally fine with not having anybody if that's the case.
Exactly.
But
So why you gonna make me be with the 5'5" person?
man, you can be with a 5'5" person, man. Come on now. What's wrong with the 5?
I don't see that in
Okay. Let's say
what? This is not this.
no. This is real talk. We talk about everything on real talks. I'm bringing that on the porch to real talks. So let's say you meet this great guy. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot.
Okay.
Everything good. You like, oh man, this is wonderful. Then you find out that fool had lifts in his shoes. And he's no longer 6 feet. He's 5'10" now.
I'm gonna be able to pick that out anyway.
No, not really. Not really.
You don't want to take them shoes off it.
Yeah.
Every
So
now and again.
she finna have a whole draft combine with some dude where I need weight, height, doggone wingspan, because I need to know if you can wrap around all this juiciness. So you having a whole combine. So I'm just saying, what it, buddy?
So
Nah,
part of me being me is it stems from my dad. So my dad, 6'4", very suave gentleman, uh, dark skinned gentleman, real swag, real just. My daddy was the man, and he also protected me. And I think girls, who were linked with their dad, I think that's what they look for. You know what I'm saying? At least somewhere close to that. I gotta feel that protection, or I'm not gonna even I'm not gonna even connect with you. Like I'm not gonna even plug in. It won't work. My mind won't even ignite. Like it won't work. Hell, there are some 6'2s out here that don't work. So I know the 5'5s don't.
I was about to say, so bros out there in internet land like me who 5'11", hey, just keep on walking, man. Keep on walking. Because
Keep on walking.
God gave you 1 inch shorter than the requirements.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not even.
Shayla.
This
No.
is Kurt talking. Like
No. That is Shayla talking,
I have
bruh.
graduated from
If you,
that height thing. I have, but you just can't be shorter than me.
Right.
I'm like you cannot be shorter than me.
I get that.
I've and it's not so much of the height thing as again, I'm gonna remind you, I'm a thick woman. You gotta have range. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta
those
work.
midget or little people.
I'm about
I'm
to
They
say,
got,
get it right, bro. Get it right.
you know what I'm saying? They little people out there. They got long arms, so they can wrap around you.
well,
So
get you one.
I have no problem with the midget, the little people.
Well, do that for you. I
I'm
love
just
that for you.
I'm just saying, you could be anywhere from 3 feet to 7 feet. Wait a minute, 7 feet. Ooh,
Be for real.
ooh,
Be for real.
ooh. I'm back. I just had a
I was
moment.
about to say,
Them a
like
lot
you
of
need,
legs.
you look like you need to take 5.
Them a lot of
I'm not caught up in the height thing for real. No, I'm being absolutely serious. I'm not caught up in the height thing, as much as I'm caught up in that first physical connection of me feeling like you can protect me. And then we'll go from there. I have to be attracted to you. I will not move forward with anyone I'm not attracted to. I don't think that's how God intended that. I'm sorry. I just don't think that. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I get
I
Yeah,
that.
some
have to be attracted to you.
some people be like, man, looks don't matter. That's a damn lie. You don't have to look good to everybody else, the other 7 billion people in this world. But you
Mhm.
better damn look good to me. Because I'm the one that gotta look at you
And you right.
or willing to look at you
Right.
every day of
It-
my life. You know what I mean?
I, I am not everyone's cup of tea, but I am Hennessy for some. Okay. I, if it works, it works. Everybody don't like dark skinned girls. Women. Everybody don't like thick girls. Everybody don't like big girls. Everybody don't like girls who wear weave. Like I mean, everyone has their preference, and I'm okay with it. I don't feel no kind of way, when it comes to that. And I'm not gonna settle just because somebody might want me to, or they suggest that I do.
But you wouldn't want, I mean, I would never want a woman to settle for me,
Yeah.
right? Because as relationships tend to do, as if things cool off, if you settle for me, bro,
Mhm.
it's already a done deal. And the flip side of that coin is I'm not just gonna settle. It got
Right.
to be something there. Now, I do think that as I've gotten older, like you said, my requirements have changed a little bit. They ain't quite got to be Serena or whatever, right? But they can't be doggone,
De-
yeah.
Definitely not Serena now, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just, I'm true Virgo. Like if you look up Virgo, I'm most likely that. And there's a The way a man can walk for me would just do it for me. Look at you.
Walking while he's sitting down.
You gotta get a little head bob.
And head bob ain't it.
Oh man.
Where is Carlton going with that head bob?
They gotta walk like they're listening to the Soul Glow music in some headphones.
Right.
Oh my God. Teeth are important. Smile is important.
This boy.
I mean, like the way your watch sit on your wrist, I'd be like, "Ooh, I see it." You know, it's just little, it's just little subtle things that I notice about a person that may not catch the natural eye. And I won't say a word, but those are just a few things. Like eyebrows. I'm like, his eyebrows so fine. Oh, you know, like it's just
Yo, be at home before you go.
like facial hair, like keeping it together and the hairline, and I mean,
I'm out. Hairline.
Process elimination.
If you got hair, you gotta stay lined up. If you don't want to stay lined up, you gotta cut it. There's no in between. I do like locks, but they gotta be.
Can't be stinking.
Can't be Lil Wayne locks. It can't be the Lil Wayne locks.
I can't. I can't do it. It's just certain things look good on certain people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just a swag girl. I know we don't say swag anymore, but I'm definitely a swag girl. Like,
damn, how old she is? She still saying swag.
I don't care. Swag in my vocab because that's what it is. That's what he got.
So fellas, there it is. You heard it. You know, you gotta bathe. You gotta have good eyebrows. You gotta have good teeth.
You know, and if you look like you ain't bathed,
what we line up gotta be right.
Watch gotta sit on your wrist quite just right.
Watch gotta sit on your wrist. Like she didn't specify what kind of watch. You just whatever watch you got, it gotta be hidden.
When did this turn into the real talks with Shay? Hook up.
Hey,
I'm just saying. Just saying. So, you know, y'all got it. You know,
no,
6 feet
they
or above. Hey, inbox is open, fellas.
That's it.
You are not inviting nobody to my inbox, sir.
Hey.
The inbox gonna be on fire.
Inbox is open.
No.
And like somebody out there 5'11" and a half trying to negotiate with her right now. I'm like, you know what I mean? You know,
I don't have no issue with 5'11". I don't have
like
5'10".
Be like, I was 5'11" until I broke my leg in high school. You know,
you gotta have
let me go to the chiropractor and get this adjustment. So
you know, you just gotta have it. I mean, you could be 5'8" and have swag. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is, can you protect me?
Right.
If you got a baby mama out here or baby mamas, do you have your life in check enough to where you can protect me?
Right. We both gonna jump them.
No, we are not doing. We are not doing.
I'm fine with doing it by myself.
I'm so done.
Cause your legs ain't gonna hit like my leg. Cause you know.
Yeah. These licks be licking.
No, okay.
You about to say what?
All right,
put that brick down.
Yeah.
Oh, cinder block.
I was just about to say the
That's it.
coming straight through your windshield. Yes. Yes.
Fellas, you mess with Shay, keep your good car in the garage.
I might get in.
Ooh. Just don't play over. That's all. You know what I'm saying? If you don't play over, everything is good.
Everything is Gucci.
Mm.
But I'm not even in that space anymore. And I say anymore because there was once upon a time I was in that space. I know you're not playing with me. And you let me see you play with me. And you still blinking and breathing. Let me show you. And I would show it.
Right.
I got not to do this. And why would I even allow anyone that could even do something like that to disturb me and my peace and my freedom? If you are able to do something like that to me, that means you don't deserve to be in my space, and I'm going to free you.
That's it.
I'm going to free you so I can stay free. That's just it. Those God holds you responsible for your responses too. He holds those people responsible for their dealings with you and the mishandling of you, but God also holds you responsible for your responses to those things. You got to tread lightly when you working out here.
Right.
So yeah, it goes both ways. Either way you gonna pay. Sit down somewhere, Shayla. Sit down somewhere, my nieces. Don't y'all be don't do that.
Houston County 411. What it is? Houston County 411 page, crime page. Hey, we'll catch you on that.
I'm
That's
telling
it.
I'm telling you. And I was once in a place where I was ready. The straight pose. Cause do not play in my face.
You know what? I always wonder what your mug shot look like. I think you'll be like,
You ever wondering that?
like
She would pose. She would pose.
like for real. Like for real. Like I think she would. Yeah. I threw that brick and I meant to. You know what I mean?
And would use it to her advantage. The next post would be like weekend lockup with Shay.
Right. Yeah. With the brick in the background on the shelf. Like
don't do it. Don't. But I've graduated from that. Those times in my life. I've matured. And those times are pretty recent. Because Lord, like I look at it like I'm at this big age and you about to play with me. Let me whoop you like your mama did.
damn.
Evidently, your mom and daddy missed. I'm gonna help you out.
That's it.
But it's not even worth that.
No.
It's not me. It's not worth me ruining my character to get back at you. My absence gonna do enough. That's just it. And that's why it's real talks with Shay, because we talk about real stuff.
Real stuff.
Real events.
That's
this is real life out here, y'all. If you're not careful, you will allow the devil to take you straight to hell with them. And if you belong there, okay, cool. But if you know good and well you don't belong in hell, watch how you're moving with these people. Because if you are allowing someone to treat you poorly, you're moving with them. You moving right along with them. You got to love yourself enough to pull back from that. And call a spade a spade. And be more like Kurt. Choose your peace.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say beautiful.
I'm so
Handsome, awesome, magnificent, lovely, kind.
You are all of those things. Are you done?
For now.
All right, fellas. It's been real. Keithan, what do you have in closing?
In closing, I would just say, when we're going back to the topic on that, boundaries are going to be important, and intent is just as important.
Absolutely.
If you don't want your old situation to destroy your new situation,
Mm-hmm.
Set boundaries from the beginning and live by them. You
Mm-hmm.
teach people how to treat you. And if it's okay for them to breach your boundaries and you allow it, then you're telling them that that's not a real boundary. It's okay. So I would say that. In closing, I would also say, man, I enjoyed this so much. So whenever you're ready to invite me back, I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you, Keeping. Uncle
Hmm.
Goat, Kurt.
Every,
Kurt is
every, everything my boy said, you know what I'm saying? I agree with him because we two peas in a pod. But, you know, baby mama, baby daddies out there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, hey man, don't let these people shit on you out here, man. Just,
Mm.
just you know, if they disrespect you from the jump, give them one conversation. You know what I'm saying? And like, cause maybe they ain't used to someone like you.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, hey man, hey, you gotta be able to walk away. You're
That's it.
like, dude, it's 7.5 billion people in this world. So I do some little quick math. It's 4 billion women in this world. So you mean to tell me I'm gonna chase behind the one that disrespects me?
Hello.
Mm.
Nah, man. Nah. Come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't saying I'm all that, but I'm all enough where I can go get one out of them other 4 billion.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
so
I,
don't let
um,
these people squat on you, man.
um,
If Miss Netta can get somebody, you can too.
Mr. Netta, shout out to Mr.
no,
Netta for everything you do in this social media world.
I'm
And
telling
don't come at me, Mr. Netta.
you, whatever that is. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming on the panel tonight. You guys brought energy. You all brought conversation, and I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you soon. I love you both. Good night, everyone. Real Talks with Shay. We out.
Yes, sir.